everyone. Once again, welcome to your to Academy. Today is a very auspicious day, as we all know. Today is a festival day. The festival is known as the Shankaranti. In some parts of the country, it is celebrated as a Lodi. In some part, it is named as Pongal. In some parts, it is known as Behu. So, different parts of the India with a different name, they celebrate this festival. The basic meaning of this festival is nothing but heralding the harvesting season. It's the beginning of the harvesting season. Crops are cut, harvesting is done. To pay our whatever regards to Almighty, we celebrate this function. During this function, in various formats, people share their harvested commodities with each other, mostly like jaggery, sugarcane, banana, then your sesame seeds, then something like all these things. So let me take this opportunity to wish you all a very, very happy festival, Shankaranti, to you, your family, and your friends. In today's episode, we will be talking about a very important position in any organization. This particular position doesn't only matter to automobile retail departments, industry, I would say. It applies to most of the business industries across the board. He is none other than HOD, Finance and Accounts. It's a very important position because, as I earlier discussed in one of my episodes, we have understood what is in an organization. There are different type of organization. We fall under business operations, organization of business entity. So the sole purpose of this kind of organization is to create wealth. Apart from the factors, say, in our sector, automobile retail, customer satisfaction, good service, higher sales, whatever we may say, but ultimately, the basic requirement, the basic thing what it has been done is to create wealth, to make profit. Some investment is done and we want to make some profit out of it. When this profit is made, there has to be somebody as a trustee to this profit. He is none other than HOD Accounts and Finance or Manager Accounts and Finance. So now let us understand what are all the abilities such a person should possess who is employed as a manager accounts and finance, which enables him to effectively carry out his responsibilities. Let us try to list it out. Number one, he should have a high order of discipline. This point has been common across the board because being leaders in their particular sphere of working environment, the leader should project very high discipline so that it flows down. It is discipline is always from top to bottom. So he should have a high order of discipline. The second part is this particular person should have lot of finance discipline, finance hygiene, because as I said, he is the trustee. He should have that ability to appropriately maintain that wealth or appropriately manage the entire activity. To do so, the financial discipline becomes very important. The next important ability is he should be knowing all the statutory requirements like various taxes, how it has to be levied, how it has to be collected, how it has to be paid. All this should be very clear to him. The next important thing is he should have a very good know how on the software on which he is working. There might be different software, but the awareness, the in and out of that software and its operation should be clearly known to this particular person. The next important ability is he should maintain, he should be capable of maintaining correct billing, receipts, uh, payments. These things should be known to him, because in absence of that, there can be a lot of confusion. So that should be one of his abilities. The next important thing is he should be very clear on bank transactions, because most of the financial transaction happens through the bank. So all the relevant details of the bank processing system should be clearly known to him. So these are all the some of the abilities it is looked for. It is seen that one who handles as a HOD of finance and account must possess. Now, what are all his responsibilities? These were all his abilities we have listed. Now let us understand what are all his responsibilities. The first and foremost is all the accounts entries, whatever is there, at all given point of time, any point of time, it should be updated as per the current situation. Of course, nowadays it is not such a difficult thing, because if one entry is passed in something, because of the system assistance, those entries get reflected in various places which it should be reflecting. But still, this person should have a very keen understanding of that and oversee that the entries are made effectively and in time. The next responsibility is he should always have, the person should always have a updated debitors list, because in business, yes, there will be some credits given, some some kind of arrangement will be there, some kind of understanding will be there. At times it do happen, but you should see that within the agreed, whatever agreement is there, within that those money comes in, and he should not leave it to happen on its own. He should take onus to see that he follows up, gets that money. Because if the money is stuck somewhere, it will affect the cash flow of the entire system, and it may hinder the effective operation of the business. So he should be very, very careful about that aspect. Next, very, very important, I would rather think, is he should be very, very keen. He should have a very keen observation on any loopholes in the system where there is a possibility of leakage of money. I don't say there is always people are looking for some kind of doing mischief, but there could be possibility of some loopholes. He should proactively be aware of that one, look into it, and before it gets into the system, he should be able to plug in that loophole so that the the whatever finance there is no leakage. It is very important because whatever we said about wealth creation, this wealth is created by hard work of various people across the board in the organization. Lot of people put their energy, effort, skill, experience to generate some wealth, and it should be utilized in the appropriate fashion. It should not get what you call disappropriated. It should not be misused. So it becomes the responsibility of the finance manager to identify if there are any loopholes and see that actions are initiated so that those loopholes are plugged in time and the possibility of any leakages is being controlled. This is a very important responsibility. It is not just getting money, making payment, creating wealth. As I said in the earlier, he is the trustee of the finance of the company. So, being a trustee, he should be having this onus responsibility to see that no leakages happens. And already I've said, any receipts, billing, payments, he should be one should be the finance head should be very carefully monitoring, and there should be no mistakes happening in this entire process. It is his responsibility. Now, to carry out all this responsibility, what are all the kind of infrastructure, manpower he has? There might be a accounts executive to make entries and all. There might be one billing clerk who makes billing of whatever produce we make in the service department. And there might be a cash executive who is in the front office to see that the payment of the customer is taken correctly, to handle that. This might be the some of the people under this team. Now, to conclude, I would like to say that whatever I have said here might be of a limited scope. I might have spoken because I, being not a finance man, I might not be might have been not ably what do you call listed out all the things. But as per the experience and my knowledge in the industry, what I have observed, accordingly, I have made this entire my details I'm sharing, which I'm sharing with you all. There might be some more things which might be needed. So, because of my, as I said, my limited uh, exposure to finance department, I might have overlook them. Please see that it is you understand when actually operating what more has to be taken care. Before closing, lastly, it is my personal opinion I would like to share. This HOD finance, being a finance man, he will be knowing, he will have an in depth knowledge of taxes. For example, income tax, like TDS, income tax, these things. He should guide his team what is the best way to do savings so that it will help them in future. What are all the privileges extended by government which he should make use of it and see that his taxes are filed correctly. This finance department should participate, although it's a HR activity. But I personally believe finance people should also participate in that one to give a good, very good support to the team. So thank you. Be happy. Keep smiling.